welcome to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Ruchi and I'm so excited for this video because I am going to be doing a little fun book video. I'm going to be doing a random number generator. It chooses how many hours of books I'm going to read each week. I feel like that was a mouthful. Basically, I'm going to be using a random number generator and I'm going to let it choose how many hours I should read each day for the week, and we'll see how it goes. I know a lot of people do like 10 to 12 hours a day and I just cannot do that. One, because I think that is just too much for me. My brain will not function, and secondly, I work full-time, so I obviously have a 9 to 5 during the day. I still want to be able to read in a realistic way, and maybe over time I can make it a challenge to read like 10 hours a day or something, but for now I think I'm gonna go with 6 hours, and hopefully I don't get 6. We'll see if I do. But I feel like today is a Sunday, so I feel like it's a good day if I do get a bigger number, but we'll see how we go for the rest of the week. So I'm going to do 1 to 6 and then we'll see what it chooses for us to read today. I've got a few books in mind and I've ordered a few books that are like coming out this week in April. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I feel like it's a fun challenge. I've never done something like this and I think it will be a fun way to see if I can push myself to read extra long on some days. And keep in mind, like I said, I work a full-time job, so it will definitely be interesting to see if my brain is like completely fried by the end of it, because, you know, I don't know, it's like a lot to work and then also read like 6 hours for the night or something. Anyway, we're gonna start. I've got my number generator here and I've got it 1 to 6 ready to go. Okay, here goes nothing. I'm gonna see how many hours I get to read today. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I got 1 hour today. Honestly, I will see if I finish reading for an hour. I might like get a head start on tomorrow, because tomorrow is Monday. It's an office day for me, which means I already have like a limited amount of time of reading, but I will include if I'm like listening to an audiobook while I work and stuff as part of my reading for the like day and like for the hours and stuff. I'm gonna do 1 hour today, which I feel like is super easily doable. Like that's pretty much, I can read for an hour, that's fine. And for some of the days I'll probably end up splitting up the hours that I get throughout the day or something like that, just to make it a bit easier and like a bit more realistic on how I will read. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. Got 1 hour to read today. I actually already started a book today, which is When in Rome by Sarah Adams, and I actually started this last year at some point, and for some reason I had soft DNF'd it. I think it was because I had ordered a book and it came, and then I just wanted to read like the new book that I ordered or something like that. But I really like the start of this so far. Just because it was like a little meet cute. She's a pop princess and she just like runs away, and he is like a little baker in a small town, and if there is a small town, you know, I'm gonna be like obsessed. So I'm already loving it so much. His character kind of reminds me of Luke from Gilmore Girls, like that small town diner grumpy man, and I don't know, it's just very interesting, and I'm very excited to keep reading this one and see how I go. I might see if I can like just binge this today because it's pretty short and it seems like a quick fun read, so we'll see how far we get into, but I will start reading for an hour. Low-key just obsessed. Like this really feels like a cute rom-com, and there was just a line that they just said and I don't know, it just is so cute. He said, "Have you never loved something just for what it means to you?" I don't know why I'm eating that up. Like that's like a simple line, but why did that hit me so hard? And I'm just like eating it up. Like, I'm loving the banter. Like they just like, I don't know, he's so grumpy and it's just making me like, I'm like kind of kicking my feet and giggling a little bit. I'm only like 50 pages in. I don't know how I'm gonna find this man for the rest of the book, but so far I'm loving him. So much. I'm like eating it up, like I'm just gobbling it up. I'm not even gonna lie. Whatever he is putting down, the scene where she took sleeping pills by accident and he just basically was next to her the entire night making sure she was okay because she mixed it with alcohol without realizing. And like, I love a man who's gonna take care of his woman. I'm definitely like kicking my feet and giggling kind of vibe with this book, which is really exciting because I feel like that's when I know I really love a book, and that's when I feel like I'm like immersed in my reading, when I'm feeling so like connected to like the characters or like just really enjoying the story, even if it's like, you know, a silly little rom-com kind of vibe. I felt the same way when I read Butcher and Blackbird, and I recently finished that, and I just actually can't stop thinking about that one. That's a whole separate thing which I'll talk about in like a wrap-up or something, but that book was an easy 5 stars for me, even though it was definitely like out of my comfort zone in terms of being a bit more of a dark romance. Anyway, I'm gonna keep reading because I have about 5 minutes left. Off. So I finished an hour. Oh my god, stop. Thank you. Why did that scare me so much? I think I'm gonna do tomorrow's like countdown thing today just to get a head start on tomorrow, because I only got an hour today and I'm scared I'm gonna get 6 hours tomorrow. Tomorrow's a Monday, I have work, and I'm also meeting a friend for dinner tomorrow night, so I just don't know how much I can realistically read. So I kind of want to start it today, and I really kind of just want to binge this book. Like, I'm already basically halfway. So easy to read, and I'm just like loving the banter and like the relationships forming and the friendships and the town. Like, it's just really cute. So then I'm gonna do that and do tomorrow's timer today as well. Probably gonna give myself a little break just because my eyes are hurting. Hi, I'm back. I'm basically in the same position, wearing the same thing, just have glasses now. I'm wearing my big Goulet glasses, and I want to keep reading When in Rome. So I'm gonna do tomorrow's number generator thing and see how many hours I get, because I have a feeling, an inkling if you will, that I'm gonna get a lot of hours. So I want to just like be able to break it up. We're back on the number generator. Let's see what number we get now. I'm so scared it's gonna be like 6. Okay, we got 5. That's a good thing because I can tackle a little bit of that today. I'm probably gonna be able to finish this tonight, so I'll see what I can start next. I'm still kind of in like a romance, like something fun, lighthearted, simple to read. So I'll see how I'm feeling after I finish this, and I'm gonna start reading for 5 hours. So cute. Like, I'm obsessed with the pining. It's just really cute. I'm gonna keep reading, and hopefully I'll come back to you when I finish the book and we've cut down some hours on that thing, on that timer. Hello guys, I've just finished When in Rome, and I actually cut down my time so much from the 5 hours I had for Monday. I only have to read 2 hours and 44 minutes tomorrow, so I feel like that's kind of achievable. So I finished the book, and I literally binged this today. Like, I cannot believe I started a book today and I finished this book today, and I loved it so much. Like, it was exactly what I wanted. It was a fun, cute, sweet, simple, beautiful little read. Like, it was a rom-com packaged into a book, and I just genuinely adore Noah and Emilia and like their relationship. I was getting like the entire book that I was reading it and just kicking my feet, giggling, loving their banter, loving how their relationship was going. And I love the small town vibe and just all the characters. I loved it. I loved the end, and I love that they tried to like make this relationship work for each other. I definitely recommend this one if you're looking for a fun, cute, simple read, because like it's so easy and bingeable. This is like an easy 4.5 stars for me, and I'm sad that I didn't read this sooner because I loved it so much. So I'm excited to read the next book in the series. I'm really tired. I'm not going to read any more. But 2 hours 44 minutes for tomorrow, and we'll see what book I pick up. Hello guys, it is the next day. I've not spoken to you at all today, and it is already like 7:30 p.m. and I don't even know where the day is gone, mainly because I've been at the office. I've been working, and then I had dinner with a friend, which was really nice. But I did end up cutting down a lot of my hours today, which I had about 2 hours and 44 minutes left, something like that. And I actually was listening to the audiobook of Practice Makes Perfect. After I read When in Rome, I was just like obsessed with the town, and I was like, I really want to read Practice Makes Perfect. I know quite a few people love this book as well, but I feel like this one had a bit more mixed reviews than When in Rome. I feel like When in Rome was just like a perfect classic romance, but this one I feel like people had like mixed reviews, mixed opinions about. But so far I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm up to chapter 14. I only have about 17 minutes left on my timer, so I think I'm just gonna read the physical book and see how much I can get through as I read for like another 17 minutes, and then we'll do tomorrow's random number generator and see how many hours I have to read tomorrow. I'm loving Will and I'm loving Annie so far. Like, I feel like Annie can be like a quirky character. Like, I can see why people might not like her because she's a little bit quirky, she doesn't like to swear, but I feel like she just like embodies someone who's been really sheltered and needs to like kind of come out of their shell. And I think her being with Will, or like having this like sort of banterous like relationship and friendship with him, brings her out of her shell a little bit. So far I'm like eating this up, like I'm not gonna lie, like the tension between them already, like I'm obsessed, and I just like love where the story is going, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. I don't think I mentioned at all, but basically the story follows Annie, who is Noah's little sister, and Will, who is Amelia's bodyguard from the first one. Amelia somehow ropes in Will to basically teach Annie how to like date and meet people and have like proper conversations. She's a very shy, introverted person, and he's like this bad guy with tattoos who's a bodyguard, so he's like completely different from like her type, and she's not really good at dating, and she really wants to like find her person essentially. So Amelia somehow like puts them together and gets them to like have these like dating lessons and stuff like that. And yeah, that's kind of like how the story plays out. I'm excited to keep reading, and I'll let you guys know and check in as I finish my 17 minutes. My timer just went off, so I finished reading for Monday, and I did 5 hours today, or I guess I did like 2 hours 45, and I did a few hours yesterday. Still making my way through Practice Makes Perfect, and I'm really enjoying it, so I'm going to keep reading this one. I'm getting 2 books delivered tomorrow, which are new releases, Just for Summer and Wild Love. I'm not sure which I'll pick up and what time they'll come, so I'm going to figure out my hours for tomorrow and see what the random number generator gives me tomorrow. I'm honestly a bit nervous because I have no idea what to expect, and hoping I don't get like 6 hours or something. Here we go. I'm going to spin it again. Let's see what we get. Okay, I got 4 hours. Oh, can you see that? Okay, I got 4 hours to read for Tuesday. 4 hours to read tomorrow. I'm probably just gonna watch a little bit of YouTube tonight and chill a little bit because I have a bit of a headache coming on. I don't want to just like keep reading because it's just gonna hurt my eyes and strain my eyes. Good morning guys, it is Tuesday today. I am about to head off to work. I've got some time. I got ready a bit quickly, so I'm gonna read for a little bit and we'll see how much of my timer I can cut down. I read for a little bit last night to help with the timer, so I kind of have 3 hours and 43 minutes remaining. So I think I'm just gonna start reading a little bit, see how much I go, and then obviously like I said, at work I'll probably be like listening to the audiobook and stuff. I think it should be a pretty chill day today, so it should be fine to do that. I'll let you guys know when I'm back from work how much I can get cut down. It is the next day today, and I thought I would give you an update because I did finish my 4 hours, I think it was. I basically audiobooked the entire Practice Makes Perfect, and I finished it last night with just like a few minutes to go, and I ended up just binging the book because I only had like a chapter left. I finished it last night and I love this book. Like, there is something, I think I'm just like a Sarah Adams fan now because I just enjoyed this so much. I know people had like, they found this one a bit different to the first one, or they didn't like this one as much as the first one. I like loved them both. Like, I was eating up both the male main characters in them. I did mention that I feel like people would have found Annie a little bit annoying at the start because she was kind of like a goody two shoes, and I feel like that kind of characteristic can be a bit annoying in some books, but I feel like Annie turned out to be a really great character. Like, I feel like she was just someone who was trying to find herself, and she mentioned so many times that she kind of was like fitting into this mold that her sisters and her brother had for her, especially her sisters. Like, I personally didn't really like the sisters in this book. Like, I felt like they were a bit, not overbearing, but they were definitely like saying these things for Annie to feel a certain way. And I mean, I understand like siblings dynamic is like different, and I like that they kind of like apologized and like made up at the end. So I kind of see like why at the start people might not have liked Annie, but I feel like it was just a good way for her to like kind of really find herself and push herself out of her comfort zone by doing things with Will and getting to know him and getting to know who he is and his like background. And I think like even just like the way her sisters were treating her, I didn't really like the sisters. So I'm kind of curious for the next books to see how like their redemption comes in. I think the one sister that I just don't really like is Emily. I do understand her trauma with like losing her parents, and so she's become like this control freak. But even in the first book, like, she kind of annoyed me with like not letting Noel leave, or like having this like weird, I don't know, overbearing side to her. I just didn't like it personally, because as an older sister myself, I'm not overbearing like that. I'm just like, you know, you can do whatever you want. So I get why she's like that, and I'm excited to see like in her book, which is actually the third book that's coming out, I think January next year, to see like how Sarah Adams is going to write her character. but I'm just not the biggest fan in like the first two books. I feel like she's kind of annoying. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll end up loving her character in her story with, I think she's going to be paired up with like another teacher in her school, something like that. But anyway, Back to Practice Makes Perfect. I really enjoyed this, loved it. I thought it was just a simple, fun, cute book, and I'm excited to read the rule book, which is her new release, and see how I like that and stuff. But anyway, gonna give this one a 4.25. It was a great read and I really enjoyed it. Okay, I'm gonna do today's random number generator and we'll see what I end up getting. I hope it's nothing too crazy, but we'll see what we get because I'm home today anyway, so I should be able to get some reading in. Okay. I knew it. I knew I had to get 6 hours today. I just had an inkling that I would get 6 hours. So I have to start reading for 6 hours. Like I just like don't know how I'm gonna do 6 hours, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try really hard. Probably gonna be doing audiobooks for a lot of it. I am so excited, guys. I have my most like anticipated releases. This one and obviously Funny Story by Emily Henry are my 3 most anticipated releases this year, and I am just so excited that I have them in my hands right now. Like I cannot believe it. They're such beautiful covers. Like this cover is incredibly gorgeous. Like my nails kind of match it a little bit, but it's just so beautiful, and I'm obsessed with this one too. I feel like there's this like padlock and there's this record player, and I guess this is like the mountain range of like the location, because I think it's set in Rose Hills, which makes, you know, sense with the mountain range. But I'm so excited to like just like dive into these, and I don't even know which one to start. I've heard incredible things about both of them. People are talking about Ford and people are talking about Justin being like incredible like male main characters, so I genuinely just don't know which one to start with. I have no idea. So I'm gonna have to see, but I'm gonna read one of them for today's 6-hour readathon. I think I'm gonna do this because I'm clearly in like a cute romancy spirit, and I feel like this is gonna be a fun read. This one's a bit chunkier than her usual books, I feel, so I'm excited to read this. I have like no idea what I'm getting myself into. All I know is that Ford is a billionaire and that he's a single dad. That's pretty much all I know, and that's all I need to know really. So I'm gonna start this soon. Hey guys, hi, it is the next day. I've not spoken to you last night. I did not speak to you last night, but I did finish my hours and I had like 10 minutes left. But I think I'm gonna scratch that because I finished the book. So I feel like because I finished the book, I don't need to worry about that 10 minutes anyway. I devoured this book in like a day. It was so good. Ford, the man that he is, I didn't think I was like into like billionaire romances because, you know, like no such thing as an ethical billionaire. But this is fun and play, and I was like, let's just forget about that and just have fun with the book. And I had so much fun. I love their story. I realized that I really love stories when there's like a background to them, like they've known each other since kids, because you get to see a bit more glimpses of like how they like got along when they were kids. And like I feel like every time ultimately the guys ultimately always pined for the girl, and that like elicits a visceral reaction out of me. Like there is just something about a guy being obsessed with the girl, and like he just like is like just obsessed. Like I don't know, just think of like season 2 of Bridgerton and like the longing that they had. Like that was like they didn't even know each other prior. Like they met and they started being so like feral for each other, and this is like giving that. But like Ford just blew it out of the park. Like he was just so sweet and so kind and so thoughtful. Like so many scenes in this book, I was just like, the man that he is just like, I don't know, I'm just obsessed with him. And then even Rosie, I loved her story. There's also like an introduction of like another character where basically it's kind of like his child, and he is like taking care of this like little girl, and that dynamic is so sweet and I love seeing it. And I think like sometimes when kids are involved, like they don't add a lot to the story, but I think Elsie Silver, she writes kids so well, because when she did Heartless and had Cade's son, he was such a sweet boy and he was such a good addition to the book and like really propelled the story. In this case also the daughter is just such a great addition, and I love to see like her bond with Ford and her bond with Rosie and the other people in the story and everything. Like I actually just enjoyed this so much. I will say the pacing was a bit off at the start. I feel like it's written a little bit differently to the Chestnut Spring series so far, just like from the start of the book. That's kind of what I've noticed, but I thoroughly enjoyed. 4.75 stars for this one. It was just so good. I think if you are looking for small town romances, definitely read Elsie Silver. I think think I'm going to be reading her backlist now. I just like want to read the Gold Rush Ranch series as well. I just love her, so I want to read everything that she's written. Today's my last day of doing the random number generator, so I hope it goes easy on me and gives me like 1 hour, because I am so scared that I'm going to burn out with books, because I read like 3 books this week, which is like honestly pretty intense for me with like a realistic working full-time kind of view. I don't know how I did that, thanks to audiobooks I guess. But anyway, let's spin. Okay, hopefully we get a smaller number. Okay, we got 3 hours. I feel like 3 hours is definitely doable today. I don't have any plans. I think I want to read Just for Summer by Abby Jimenez. I've heard so many good things about that book. Like, everyone said it's amazing, so I think I'm going to pick that up. But also I'm scared I'm just like rushing through all my new releases. I only have 2 new releases, so I think I'll just wait and see if I should do that or if I should pick up a different book. But yeah, anyway, I'll let you guys know when I pick up a book and decide what I want to read for the 3 hours. Okay, hi. It's been a little bit since I talked to you. Oh my god, and I thought I would finally pick up the camera because I've just been procrastinating these 3 hours and I have not chosen a book, but I finally chose a book now. I'm gonna read Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I have been like collecting the Addicted series of books since I started getting back into reading because I was so intrigued by them. I've basically been collecting them, and this is like the one series that for some reason, although I've been collecting them, I have not been reading them. I think I'm gonna read Addicted to You, see how I like it, see how I find it, and I'm really excited because I think this world holds a very special place in a lot of people's hearts who like read and stuff, and I'm just excited to like get into that. Hopefully I like it, and I think I've heard people say the first one isn't as good as the rest of the other books, and I feel like it always happens in a series where like 1 or 2 books are really good and then some other books can't be that good. We'll see how I find this one. I think this is between Lily and Lauren, and they both have a sort of secrets. She's addicted to sex and he's addicted to alcohol, and so they have these addictions and they sort of are best friends, and they need to like, I don't know, come together and work on themselves a little bit and possibly get into a relationship. I'm not too sure, but that's kind of the gist of what I'm getting, so I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna start my timer now. I just started the timer, so we'll see how much I can read in 3 hours. I did want to read Just for Summer, but I think I'm gonna read that in a different video because I kind of want to read like a book talk video, and I got some fun books for that. So anyway, let's get on to reading Addicted to You. It is the next day. I did not even film much last night. I feel like I didn't really talk about the book, and I did finish my 3 hours last night. I just kind of read until I fell asleep, so I really didn't do any other filming last night because yeah, I was just really tired after I read, and I had a bit of a long day I guess, so I don't know. But anyway, back to Addicted to You. I thought I'd give you a little update on how I'm feeling about this book, which isn't that good to be honest. Like, I'm not really enjoying it. Like, it's really slow and I'm not really vibing with the main characters, but I think it kind of comes down to like the concept of the book. Like I said, that they both have their addictions, their vices, and they just enable each other so much, and like it's insane. Like, this is just the start of the book, so I'm sure like as the books progress, and I'm pretty sure their like story is over 3 books. I feel like it is an interesting concept because I've not really read any books about like addiction or what that does to people, but I think I'm just like not enjoying the way they are right now because I just feel like they enable each other so much, and like they just like, I don't know, it's just like not that entertaining in the way that I thought it would be. But it seems like everybody really likes this, so like once you get to the 3rd book, and I just like, I don't know, sometimes I hate that because I want to be hooked from the first book to want to like go into the other books, but I don't know, we'll see how I go. Like, it's not awful, it's just like I'm not like fully connecting with the characters, and like the sisters annoy me already. The sisters and like their books are like really loved by people, so I'm trying to like see if I'll vibe with it. I read a lot this week, so I thought I'd just quickly go over like how many hours I read each day. I read 1 hour on Sunday, 5 hours to read on Monday, 4 hours to read on Tuesday, and 6 hours to read on Wednesday. And then yesterday I got 3 hours to read. So overall I read for like 19 hours this week, which is actually insane. Like, that's a lot of time to be reading in a week. So I'm really glad that I stuck to like a 6 hour like time limit, because I think if I ever got 10 hours, I actually would have to be doing that on a weekend or something. But Anyway, I just thought it was a fun little challenge, and I actually got so many books done, and I read quite a few fun romances. I read some really fun, exciting books, especially the new release by Elsie Silver. I absolutely devoured that one. So I'm really glad that I did this. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little book reading vlog, book challenge. And I hope you guys stick around for other videos that are gonna come. That's pretty much it. I love you. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!